Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here with some more Hearthstone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the free-to-play Pally deck, or as I like to call it now, the Penniless Paladin deck. This is a very easy to acquire deck. If you're just starting up Hearthstone, you're going to be able to get this very quickly. Basically, the only requirement is you have to level up a Paladin a little bit to unlock a couple of the cards. But this deck includes no cards from booster packs, so that means you won't need to use gold or real money to unlock any of these cards, and it's fairly effective as well. I find that it's not as effective as it was pre-patch, before we started to see as many priests as we're seeing nowadays, but I think it's still a pretty solid, well-rounded deck. And again, it's something you're going to be able to build right away, and I think definitely as you work your way up to Masters, it'll be quite effective. Alright, I'm going to start off, I think we'll actually, yeah, sure, we'll go with the Tide Hunter. If he decides to shapeshift to attack into that, at least that wastes his turn. So the whole idea of this deck is we've got a lot of swarm creatures, lots of creatures that summon tokens into play, such as the Tide Hunter and this Dragonland mechanic as well. Looks like he is going to shapeshift, attack into the 2/1, and, oh no, he attacks into the 1/1. And then, is he coining? He's going to coin? Oh, he's going to Moonfire. Ah, Moonfire, wow. Okay, so he's going to Moonfire that, and then all of a sudden my minions are gone. But you know what? We used up his turn, so that's okay. We're going to Novice Engineer right now, get a 1/2 in play, plus draw a card. We drew into a True Silver Champion. So a ton of swarm creatures, card draw through the Novice Engineer. We've got pump-ups like the Blessing of Kings. I believe there's also Blessing of Might in the deck, some taunt like the Shield Master. Might actually replace the Shield Master with another, I don't know. Might want to replace the Shield Master given all the priests. You know what I mean? And might just might not be as good, again, as it was pre-patch here. So I could go with the Raid Leader, and then I'd be able to kill that off. Or I can just go, let me just actually go with the Dragonland mechanic right now, and then we can Raid Leader next turn. Yeah, I like that play. We're gonna go ahead and throw down the mechanic. I'm gonna hit him directly. And then we'll be able to put the Raid Leader next turn for some massive damage, especially if he doesn't get rid of a couple of these things. Ooh, he's gonna mechanic as well. Looks like he's playing a similar deck in the sense that he's got some small casting cost minions.
Will rise against you.
I think I'm gonna be I'm actually contemplating not doing, I think I might do the True Silver Champion to kill his 2/4 here, this turn. So what are my options? I play the Raid Leader, and then I can hit for 3, but that's not enough damage to kill that thing off. I could obviously, I'll be able to easily kill that. The other option is I play that, I could do a Blessing of Kings. Well, it's probably a bit early, but maybe it's not a bad move. Maybe Blessing of Kings him. And then just hold on to the champion for future turns. Yeah, let me do that actually. Well, or I could Shield Master. And then do the Raid Leader an upcoming turn. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Blessing of Kings. That's gonna be my play here. So we're gonna go with that. Gonna take out his dude, and then we've got a 6/6 left in play when all's said and done. So unless he has a silence to deal with this, he's gonna have a pretty tough time. And then next turn with our 6, we might go Razorfen Hunter. This is gonna be an Innervate for 2 mana crystals a turn, bring him up to 7, plus a coin, bringing him up to 8. 8/8 taunts. Well, it's a good thing I saved the True Silver Champion, I suppose. Oh, here's another Blessing of Kings. Okay. I guess that'll work. We could totally do that to kill his 8/8 taunt. Raid Leader is only going to bring this up to 7 damage, and that's not enough. I don't want to take 8 to the face with a champion. So, sure. I guess so. I guess that's the play, huh? And since he's a druid, and I'm not worried about weapons, we are going to place our Acidic Slime in play. Because weapons aren't really a thing here for the druid. We have the 10/2 now, very susceptible, very easy for him to kill this at this point. But still, I think using the Kings in those manners were probably worth it. I'm able to get through that with the True Silver Champion. Actually, no, I can, no, that's not enough. I was going to say this. Yeah, well, I'm trying to think about how I want to do it. What is he gonna do? Oh, he's attacking me directly? Okay. Well, getting this 10 through is a priority right now. So I'm gonna be willing to sacrifice some other creatures in order to get that done. So I think the play is just gonna be True Silver Champion, attack into that, attack into that. I end up losing this value, but this only makes it 4, which isn't enough. So I think it's worth it to push this 10 damage through. I totally think that's worth it. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go with that. For justice. Now, the question then becomes, do I want to play this right now to make it 11 damage, or do I want to save this for next turn when I have these guys in play? Let me save it. Let me put him now. Put this down. Potentially get an extra 2 damage off of playing this guy. And not, you know, instead of worrying about him killing it, although obviously this would be a kill target for him, so. I think that was the right play, because if this is a kill target, if he wastes crystals on killing this in particular, and these guys live, then I'll build a raid leader, and then I push through next turn with 5 damage instead of just this 2 if I'd played him last turn. He's gonna mark it a wild. It's gonna give him a 4/5. That's fine. I'm gonna work through that, and then he's gonna get hit with the 10-2 again. So opts to play a taunt, thinking he is safe with it, not knowing that he is not. Okay, so the gameplay here will be raid leader. We're gonna follow it up with a warlord. Now that we have a lot of creatures in play, it's gonna be nice and big. And then we just need to push 5 to this, and I think that is going to be, yeah, we just go 3, go 5, hit him with 11, and I could attack into that, but I'm actually not going to. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna save our weapon. Because even if he goes like this, into the 11-2, plus a shapeshift, he still takes that damage to the face if he shapeshifts attacks it. Let's see what he has. He's got 1-1. Okay, so now he can actually take that out no problem. He still has the 9-8 to deal with. And then obviously that 2-2 plus this weapon here, and that is not going to cut it. So we get the victory.
Well played.
Thank you.
I say well played to him too.
I concede.
All right, that's game number 1. Okay, here we are now in game number 2. We're playing against another druid, so we're gonna dump the Swamp Ooze, and since this is a mid to late game card, we're gonna dump that as well, and we'll keep our 2 early game cards. You know, the primary focus of this deck is that early game swarm, that overwhelming numbers, nice and early.
My greeting.
And then we get a greeting here from Zentropy. I'll greet him back. It's like we're gonna be doing nothing immediately. Don't want to coin into Novice Engineer. Certainly not. Might end up using the coin for a turn 5 Lord of the Arena, though. I'll have to see how that goes. Let's see. Wild Growth. Gets him an extra mana crystal. Mana ramp up is what we're seeing there. So I could coin Razorfen Hunter. Let me just Novice Engineer, though. See what we get on the draw. It's a Frostwolf Warlord. Okay. So now we're sitting on 4. Let's see if he has anything special planned. We're gonna see a shapeshift here. Is he attacking into my 1-2? Yes, he is. Finishing it off with a Wrath. And 1 damage to it, plus the card draw. And an Innervate, which will lead into another Wild Growth. Holy moly. I'm a little frightened here to what we might be seeing coming up. Let's go with the Razorfen Hunter for now. I'm not gonna throw down these taunts until I see what I need to be blocking. But he's at 6 crystals already. Me over here sitting at a lowly 3. I mean, I'm assuming he's got something big in his hand that he wants to, you know, he's been doing all these shenanigans. I'm assuming he's got something he's leading up into. At least I would hope so. No, I don't hope. I'm actually terrified, but let's see here. Go with a Shield Master? Sure, why not? Sounds good. Could Raid Leader next turn, hit him for 4. Could also coin into a Lord of the Arena, depending on what we see here. Ah, there's a Bite, 4. Plus the pump up from the Shapeshift finishes this off. Just like that. So I'm just gonna, you know, he's got a pretty low hand. He's only got 3 cards. I'm gonna just keep nice and slow here. Keep this slow and steady. I might not even play the taunt, to be honest with you. I might just save this until he plays something worth taunting. Well, no, because it is a 3/5. So yeah, let's just throw him in play. You know, I'm not going overboard. I'm not gonna drop a Raid Leader and a Novice Engineer in the same turn. I'm gonna hold on to as many of my cards as possible and try to be responsive here. He's gonna draw 3 cards off the Nourish. Yuck. Well, there goes my whole perceived advantage. There goes my card advantage that I had a moment ago. Druids are really fun. I think I might have to do another Druid gameplay video sometime soon. Here's the Claw. Plus a Wrath for 3. And then he attacks into it for 2. And you can see all this time, he's still above 30 health. Just picking off my creatures one at a time, you know? Alright. We're gonna go with the Lord of the Arena here.
The gates are open.
Which I am actually guessing that he's gonna be able to deal with the Starfall. I'm just assuming that that's coming. Is that what we're seeing right now? It looks like it. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Never mind. How about an 8/8? Good news is we can kill that. Bad news is we're at 15 now. So I could just do this. Let me save the Consecrate.
I wonder.
Alright, looks like we're just doing that. That's a real bummer. That's a real bummer.
Farewell.
Okay. So with our remaining 6, let's engineer.
You like my invention?
Actually gonna start dropping some creatures now because I'm thinking about doing the Warlord next turn.
Reporting for duty.
If he doesn't use mass removal right now to get rid of all my creatures in play. That was really terrifying though. That Alexstrasza. Oh, he's searching. He's searching. Novice Engineer into Novice Engineer. Did you get what you were looking for? What was that top deck? It was something. You can definitely see the advantage though to a deck like his that's clearly, you know, filled with some rares and legendaries compared to this free-to-play deck. Although the fact that I'm still, you know, I mean, I am at 15, so I guess you could argue that I'm not really holding my own. That the game's going pretty poorly for me. I guess that'd be a fair argument. Maybe we can start coming back though, huh? Let's take a look. Save the Blessing of Kings, actually. Go with the Lord of the Arena. Or this guy.
I wonder. Reporting for duty.
Alright, so token into Frostwolf Warlord, so we get that extra
Oh, if you're sure.
that extra pump up. And now we have a 7/7 in play. We are at 12 though, unfortunately. He's going to draw a couple cards with the Ancient of Lore. Now we can kill that. Hopefully he doesn't 2 mana crystals this turn. Oh no, 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 no. There it is. 2 damage across the board. Ugh, yuck. Okay, now we're at 10. Let's see. Well, my plan was to attack into that with a 3 and then consecrate to kill that because I didn't want to get rid of this guy. But I might not have a choice now. Well, I guess I do if I just ignore him and play this guy. But is ignoring him really the best course of action? I don't know.
Let me think.
We can this Blessing of Kings end that. So I'm gonna do that actually. So we're gonna Lord of the Arena.
Sorrow.
And I need to get myself back in this game. So we're gonna hit him with an 11-9. We have the taunt. If he has another Starfall, he can kill it off directly, hit me for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that could happen. He Starfalls this in the face for 5. Starfire, even. And then he can hit me for 9. And if he has any pump-ups, that's the game. Looks like that's the game. There's a swipe, what he's gonna do it with. So I guess in hindsight, I should have taken out that 5-5, huh? Oh well. Oh well. Let's move on to one more game with this deck. Okay, our final game today is against a warrior, so we're gonna keep the Acidic Swamp Ooze because warriors and weapons go together like peanut butter and jelly. I don't know. Don't ask me. So there's the Acidic Swamp Ooze. We also have the Murloc Tidehunter and the Iron Fur Grizzly. Last game, a little unfortunate, you know. We still might have been, if I had attacked into that 5-5 with my big dude, we still might have been in the game, but then he still would have been at like 34 health, so I don't know. It's just, that was a really, really rough game. Compared to the first one, you saw the first game, piece of cake, but I guess that opponent's deck wasn't that great. You know, I'm gonna say you can make it into Masters with this deck, but it's definitely a lot tougher nowadays than it was back in the day. All right, so he's got that guy here. It's gonna enrage. Maybe we go with this. We have a kill method with these two. So we could kill that off by throwing both these guys away. But here's the problem. He's going to attack one of them, enrage, and then attack that. That's sad. Could go with that, then he's just going to work through it with a Fiery War Axe. So the play is going to be the Acidic Swamp Ooze. Kill the Fiery War Axe. And then if he ignores this, we can kill it. If he kills this, we can Iron for Grizzly. He'll have to deal with that before he can do anything with the enrage.
Charge forward!
His minions have charge. There's 5. So there we go. We can get rid of that. And, ooh, you know what? We can just, I might want to Consecrate right now so that his minions don't have charge next turn. Or, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna Iron for a Grizzly and then kill this. I just don't want his minions to have charge. That's the scariest possible thing. What he could potentially play next turn with charge. So that's gonna be my play there. We throw down the Iron for a Grizzly. What's his response for the Grizzly? No, he's got a Cult Master. He's gonna attack into that, kill it off. He gets to then draw a card because of the Cult Master. We're sitting at 5. Let's go ahead and Shield Master in play. Holding on to our Consecrate. So the reason I didn't Consecrate there is because I would have had to Consecrate and then trade with the Use anyways. And I just didn't think that was... I didn't think that was really going to be the best situation for me. There's an Arcanite Reaper. He's going to attack into it. This looks like that's a yes. We are going to go. I mean, it only has 1 durability, but I don't want that in play. So we're gonna go with another Ooze. And then we're gonna do Rage Hunter. Yeah, I've got a few ways to kill off his 4-2. Still have some of our big beefy guys. Also could potentially play the Stormwind Champion next turn. Also still have our Consecrate. Minions have charge. What is he going to play with charge? An Acolyte of Pain, which he'll attack the 1-1 with. I'm going to be able to clear his board next turn. I'm going to do a Consecrate, I think. I think that'll be the play. There we go. Why don't I novice engineer first?
I hope you like my invention.
See what we get. Well, that's good, but I think I still want to consecrate. Still gets a card draw off the Acolyte of Pain from the damage. We're going to go like that, keep our guy, and then hit with a 3-2. Okay. He's got a pretty full hand, though. He's playing 5 Arcanite Reaper. And Dread Corsair, 3-3 Taunt, and another Dread Corsair.
X marks the spot.
Oh my lord. Okay. Let's see here. So, actually should be able to kill off his creatures here.
I wonder.
All right, 4. It's only 8. This 6 plus we could do that. It's gonna be 3. It's not enough. That thing needs to die. So the play is gonna be this. We're gonna Stormwind Champion, pump our guys up. We are going to then go 3. And this.
Well played.
And then this.
If you're sure.
Whew, okay. Well, oh man. Man, oh man. He still has the Arcanite Reaper. We are only at 12. We don't have many more plays. He has a Stormwind Champion of his own. We're gonna throw down the Lord of the Arena. We are at 7. Do I just attack into it to make sure better safe than sorry? You know what I mean?
Gates are open.
So the question now is, do I do 6 damage and bring him to 14? Better safe than sorry? Yeah. I'm only at 7. These guys lose, they're 1-1, but I don't want to keep a 6-6 in play, because if he bypasses this taunt with a silence, I'm at 1 health. And then any other possible damage he might have, you know? I just don't think it was worth it. I don't think it was worth keeping that 6-6 in play.
You call that a weapon?
Let's see here. This actually sucks.
Don't mess with Tusker.
So now the question is, do I take damage to the face?
Reporting for duty.
Do I take 4 damage to the face?
Farewell.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna go like this.
For justice.
We offset it with 2 health again, so we're at 5.
Well played.
We're at 5. He's at 19. A whirlwind would clear almost my entire board. Does he have a whirlwind? No, he's just gonna execute that. Now I've just got a bunch of crappy creatures in play. It's really funny. Alright. I'm gonna play this just in case he plays a charge.
To battle.
Just in case he plays a charge, we're going with that. And
Reporting for duty.
let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? I'm gonna attack
For
into
justice.
this. Or do I just save it? What if he? Let's just save it, just in case he plays a creature that with taunt that I can kill with this or something. We're gonna save the weapon. If the acidic swamp oozes, well then facepalm. There's a whirlwind. Killing off almost everything I have. I still have the taunt in play, which is good. There's an execute. There goes the taunt. And is this the... Okay. At least he didn't charge my face. Token. Warlord. Hit for 2. You know what? I'm actually going to attack him. All right. Getting down to the wire here. I've got 9 damage worth in play.
Try this.
And
The blade be thirsty.
well, okay, hits that for 2. That 3/4. Oh, snap! Top deck for the win. Whoo! Well, we went 2 for 3. That's not bad. Could be worse. Let's take a look at the deck list. So I'll say it again, I think this is a pretty solid starter deck. You're gonna start to run into troubles once you do get into Masters and you're dealing with a lot of rare, epic, and legendaries inside of decks, but I think this deck could very well get you to that point. Starting things off, we've got 2 Blessing of Mights for creature pump up, 2 Acidic Swamp Ooze to deal with any of those pesky weapons, plus it's just a nice 3/2 to have. Murloc Tidehunter, part of the Swarm, Novice Engineer for card draw, Ironfur Grizzly, nice taunt, nice 3/3, also protects your creatures like the Raid Leader, 2/2 that pumps up all your other minions' attacks. Here's some more Swarm card with a Razorfen Hunter, getting an extra minion. True Silver Champion, nice for picking off opposing creatures. Blessing of Kings, either pushing through extra damage like we saw with that clutch victory at the end, or to make a small creature into something very imposing to do some nice trading with something that your opponent throws down. Consecration for mass damage against any other Swarm decks you may be facing. Dragonland Mechanic, Swarm, Ascension Shield Master. I don't know if I'll replace this now with all the priests and their power word, pain, and death and all that jazz. Frostwolf, a Warlord, gets pumped up for all your other minions in the battlefield with that battle cry. Lord of the Arena, a nice beefy taunt, and then lastly the Stormer Champion to pump up all your other minions. And that is the free-to-play Paladin deck, the Penniless Paladin, as it were, a deck that you can get pretty much as soon as you get right into Hearthstone without any rares, epics, or legendaries. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. Stay tuned for more Hearthstone and other great gaming coverage here on the channel. Keep watching and keep owning.